All right, good morning, everybody. This is Christopher Leon Johnson. Happy Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. So I'm right here on 61st Street and West End Avenue, right by the West Side Highway. And I'm right outside, I'm right here, right under the congestion pricing tolling mechanism station that Veer Mobility, that funds Transalt, that funds open plans, that funds a lot of the New York Conservatory of Voters, NYLCB, and the City Council and the New York Department of Transportation, and a lot of other organizations installed on this area, installed on this street yesterday. So recently, as everybody saw the news, that the governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, sued the feds to try to shut down congestion pricing. Now, I hope that Phil wins. I hope that New Jersey wins this because as a New Yorker, this shouldn't be happening at all. This is overkill. Now, I'm gonna show you this right now, everybody, about this station, right? So, as you see here, I hope you can look up a little bit. They got cameras on every panel. 2 cameras here, 2 cameras there, and 2 cameras there. That's 6 cameras. That's 6 cameras right there. Then you have 3 cameras. Then you have 2 cameras under that. So that's 8 cameras, right? So then you got. Let's go on the other side. Don't hit by. So you got. So let's go on this side right here. Show the other side here. You got 6 cameras over here too. 2 per each panel. That's 12 cameras, right? Then you have a camera on top of these 2. That's 14 cameras. Now let's go around. Let's try to. I'm just gonna hit my car. Let me try to go around. I'm gonna show you this right now, everybody. Hit the service lane. Don't hit by a car, right? Right. So, like I said, show us right here. Look, 2 cameras there, 2 cameras there, 2 cameras there. That's 20 cameras. 20 cameras total so far. Now let's go on this side with my car. 2, 4, 6. So you have 26 cameras that they installed to go see everybody that's coming from down here, this way, and that way, right? So let's go back to the safe side. Hit the median. Hit the median. This is crazy, everybody. This is real a mess of what's going on, of how they put this on by the West Side Highway, and it's not even law. It's not even a law yet. So what they're trying to do is to show you guys, like, yeah, we don't care what you guys think. We're gonna put this up anyway, and there's nothing you guys really do about it because we own the DOT, we own the mayor, we own Transalt, we own Riders Alliance, we own all these nonprofits, so they're not gonna really talk against us. But I'm gonna talk against you guys. I don't care because I don't get paid by you guys, and I don't get paid by these nonprofits and these elected officials to do what I do. So I don't care. So, you know, I made a video on the other side of the borough by the 59th Street Bridge, right? The 59th Street Bridge. The 59th Street Ed Koch Bridge, Queensboro Bridge, right? So I said that before about there's a reason we should be opposing congestion pricing. Why should we be opposing congestion pricing? Because it affects the poor. And I'm gonna talk about this right now. I didn't break this down a little more, but when I saw this yesterday on Jackie Cohen's page, Twitter page, about a few people out there like Bike JC and all these climate organizations out there in Fort Lee, New Jersey, because that's what they did a press conference because the George Washington Bridge is over there. So they did a press conference to announce their lawsuit against the federal government, Phil Murphy, to announce his lawsuit for congestion pricing. Now, I saw one person there, right? Her name is Deanna Dennis. Deanna Dennis is the black lady who wore the wig, you know, the black heavyset chick who wore the wig. Now, she is a senior organizer of the Riders Alliance. Now, the funny thing about her is she used to be a home health aide. She bragged about, oh, used to be a home health aide making $10 an hour, and now she's making good money as a senior organizer for one of the most fucked up, one of the most corrupt organizations out here, the Riders Alliance. And she is the main one that's pushing for congestion pricing. Now, I'm gonna say this and I don't care, right? Deanna Dennis is a hypocrite because one, if you saying that she used to be poor, right? She was saying, like, Deanna saying she used to be poor, making $10 an hour. Why is she the main one pushing for a policy or an idea, whatever people want to call it these days, or for a law that is going to affect the poor? Now, the poor cannot afford to pay $9 to get from to use this, or $23 to use this. Now, with her is she forgot where she came from. And I'm a black guy and I can say this. I'm not white, I'm not Asian, I'm black, I'm not Latino. I'm gonna say this. That's the problem with black people. That's the big problem with black people, when black people, they get a little breadcrumbs. They get a little breadcrumbs, and now they forget where they come from. They start doing things that's gonna sell out their own people. When they put this in, and most likely it will get through because all these elected officials are for it. All these elected officials are for it, right? If this goes through and they start charging people to use this, to go through this stuff, $9 to $23, and you're gonna see this type of station in every bridge, every place they want to put it, to start charging people money to get past to that, to be able to pay for that. You know, it's not like I said. It's going to affect the black. It's going to affect the poor. They can't afford this stuff. They can't afford to pay no $9 to get from 59th to 58th Street. They can't. They can't afford that. But you know, people like Deanna Dennis, she don't care. You know why? Because let me show you this right now. Why she don't care? Why she don't care about how it'll affect her own people? It'll affect the Asian people. It'll affect poor Asian people. It'll affect poor black people, poor Latino people, poor Jewish people, poor Muslim people, poor white people, poor everybody. Everybody that's poor. You know why she don't care? Because I'm gonna show you this right now on my other phone. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Sorry about that. So you see this right here. I'm gonna tell you why that Deanna this don't care. She don't care about the black lady. I call the token black lady of the Rise Alliance that they got that Betsy Plum has used to help push congestion pricing into our faces. I'm black. I live in the most impoverished district in New York State. I'm probably in Brooklyn, in New York, right? New York City, District 55 in Brooklyn. Latrice Walker, Zelda Myrie, Yvette Clark, Darlene Mealy. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna show you something right now. Why that Deanna Dennis do not care. Her ass don't care about people like me, who, if I was to drive and I don't make that much amount of money, I gotta pay $9 to $23 to use this stuff right here to be going under this stuff. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Watch this. So you see here. Let me put this up. Let me see something. Watch this. So you see here. This is one of the things right here that they submitted to the MTA board and to the transit board that's want to decide of how is this thing going to be implemented for congestion pricing of who they want to be exempt from. So if you get a chance to look at the exemptions, one of the points is number 95, nonprofits. Number 95 dash nonprofits. Now, the Riders Alliance is a nonprofit. Now, I'm going to tell you this what's going to happen, the reason they won't be exempt. Because they're the main ones that push in this bill, and nonprofits don't make a lot of money. They can say, oh, we don't make a lot of money because how much we spend. So they don't want to pay that at all. But what's going to happen with a nonprofit like the Riders Alliance, because they work with the MTA, they get a lot of money from the MTA, they do a lot of work with the MTA shows up for their press conferences, their rallies, and their events. The president, the chairman, the CEO, they all do. And the government, everybody does for the Rise Alliance. What's going to happen if the nonprofits be exempt from congestion pricing while we have to pay for this stuff, like people like me and people like this, people who drive me down the street have to be paying for this crap? You know what's going to happen, everybody? You know what's going to happen? They're going to get unlimited easy passes from the MTA, so they can be able to give it out to anybody that they like, and anybody that they feel deserves that pass. So they might say we might want 500 special easy passes, so they can go through the stuff and not pay a dime, while the regular folks have to pay for this stuff. You know? It's crazy. I'm looking at the fire department, they're looking at that shit like, what the fuck? They looking at the fire department that just came through, they looking at like, what the hell is this, right? Everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck is this, right? So they're gonna eliminate easy passes, and they're gonna be able to be driving around all of New York City for free. Even if it's not have to do anything with non-proper related work, they're gonna be able to put in their car and drive all over the city for free, while we gotta pay for this stuff. So, of course, organization like not like a Riders Line is gonna be down for making sure that they be exempt from congestion pricing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So a person like Deanna Dennis, who everybody got to understand that Deanna Dennis is a bad driver, is a corrupt driver, who drives to her press conferences, so act like she advocates for the rider. She's out here gonna be getting that easy pass so she could drive a fat ass around all over New York City and all over New York State and all over New Jersey without paying a dime. That's the truth. That's the damn truth. Now going forward, you know, people are gonna say, oh, well, congestion pricing is gonna be good because it's gonna lower the gas emissions. That's some BS. First off, there's gonna be more cars driving around New York City. There's gonna be more cars coming down this stuff. So to say that, well, if we put congestion pricing in, and it's going to lower the gas emissions, and so that means it's going to lower the chances of asthma, they're lying to you. Because there's not going to be a lower amount, it's not going to be a big lower amount of cars. You might have like 20% lower amount, but 20% ain't going to do anything for the gas emissions. It's BS, it's bullcrap. Now, going forward, you know, I'm going to talk this right now. I didn't say this in the last video because I was on the east side by the Epcot Queensboro Bridge. I didn't say this about the last time about the elected officials and how they really behind this, and there's a reason they're behind this stuff, right? So the elected officials, I'm not trying to say that they all stupid. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're just under a lot of political pressure to support congestion pricing, because they are going against or have to mingle with people who have a lot of political power, who knows a lot about political electioneering, and they have to deal with people that know about doing primaries and throwing money behind people that they want into these chambers. And I'm gonna keep it real. Except for like a Brad Hoylman, like we're in Brad Hoylman's district, and an Eric Botcher, a person like Linda Rosenthal is real beatable. Linda Rosenthal is a real beatable elected official. Eric Botcher, not so much, because Eric Botcher and Brad Hoylman, they share the West Village. Now, this district is technically there. This is technically Eric Botcher's district. I think this is Eric Botcher's district and a little part of Gale Brewer. I gotta make sure I'm doing the maps correctly. I think this is Eric Botcher's district, right? Now, Eric Botcher has the West Village. The West Village go out and vote. They have a big GOTV show out when they vote. The West Village has the Stonewall Inn. So I didn't tell you this. Eric Botcher and Brad Hoylman are both gay, right? And I'm not trying to disparage their sexuality, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. They serve in they have the gay community behind them. And there's a lot of gay people that lives in the West Village. And what happens is the reason they always gonna win is because the West Village always shows up more than the Upper West Side. They show up more than Midtown West, they show up more than Hudson Yards, and they show up more than Midtown. The West Village are real political. The West Village is like a real political district. That's why those two are hard to beat. So when those two saying that they for congestion pricing, you just gotta say, okay, whatever, you know, those two for congestion pricing is whatever, unless you ready to primary those two and ready to stump into West Village and stump into here a little bit, you're not gonna beat them. They're hard to beat. But Linda Rosenthal, on the other hand, that lady needs a primary. She didn't get a primary in years. She didn't get a proper primary in years, and you gotta primary her. So of course she's gonna be behind this because she knows the only reason she's in, Linda Rosenthal is in this the state assembly, because she carries the water for special interest. She carries the water for lobbyists and consultants. That's the truth about Linda Rosenthal. That's the real truth about Linda Rosenthal. So I'm gonna say this right now. You know, Linda Roosevelt need a primary. She needs a primary program somebody for the community to take her ass out, because this is going too far, really going too far. Now, like I said, these elected officials are real scared of these nonprofits. These nonprofits are known for electioneering against candidates that don't carry their water, and they give a lot of money to the candidates that opposing them, and they have a lot of control of the media. So when it comes down to that, don't really expect them to really try to go hard for us. We got to fight this on our own. And I'm going to tell this right now, this is up. There's nothing you can do. It's like Vera Mobility. There's nothing you can really do. Like, it's already up. But I'm going to tell you this right now. We got to still be out there fighting this congestion pricing stuff, because if this happens, we're all screwed. Except for Riders Alliance and Transalt and Open Plans and Los Unionistas. Let me talk about them right now. Los Unionistas is nothing but the Hispanic token organization used by the MTA to help push this. Now, they deal with and the reason they do it because they won't make it like it's not racist. Like I said, they don't want to make it look like they're not racist. That's the facts. That's the truth. So they just being used, and don't pay them no mind, because they're not going to be affected by congestion pricing at all. And the thing is, Los Unionistas are under the Worker Justice Project, a nonprofit. So like I said, look at number 95. Nonprofits are looking to be exempt from congestion pricing. So of course they're going to push it. They don't care if it affects us. Worker Justice Project, ran by Liga Galapia, who's defunding the NYPD, defunding the police, on her Facebook page. She's for it. Open Plans for it. Transalt's for it. Tri-State's for it. Reinvent Albany's for it. The New York League Conservatory of Voters are for it. Riders Alliance. Even the organization in New Jersey like Bite JC, they all for it. They don't care, because they're not going to pay a dime. While we do. The people that's not going to pay anything for congestion pricing, for this crap right here, on top of me, they don't have to pay a dime. Even if they don't be exempt, the MTA will give them special passes, will give them unlimited special easy passes, so they give them to their boys and gals, just because they help push the bill for them, and it's going to make them richer. And it's all about making MTA richer too. The MTA is one of the organizations in New York State that gets government funding, that gets federal funding, that gets city council, state assembly, state senate, the speakers, the mayors, the governors, the controllers, the AGs, everybody's funding. And they don't have to be accounted for what they spend their money on. They can spend their money, they can spend $100 million on bullshit, and they will never be really held responsible for it. The only organization that's only able to do this stuff with real impunity, with real exemptions, with no worry about being criminally charged or civilly charged. They don't care. They're gonna make a profit out of this stuff, a big profit when this happens. So like I said, it's crap. It's crazy. So I said people need to start fighting back. People are really fighting back right now. You have a few people out there came out Wednesday fighting back for it. You have Andrew Fine, JQ LLC, a lot of people out there, NYC Drivers Unite, Pastors United, Phil Graney, Jess Kurt Anderson, Sam Antar, fighting this stuff. But we gotta keep on fighting more. We can't let the token niggas, the token Negroes, and the token Latino organizations act like they represent the black Latinos, act like this is good for them. And any organization act like this is not good for anybody. Like I said before, if they're pushing it and they act like they for the poor, they're lying to you, and most of they're in the pocket of somebody. Probably MTA, probably elected officials, probably Transalt, probably Open Plans, or Vera Mobility that run this crap right here. So you gotta be real careful, everybody. Please be real careful of the organizations that act like they fight, that's fighting to push it, but they really not. They're just getting paid. So I'm gonna log off here. I made my little video, but we gotta start fighting back from this crap. They're gonna put this everywhere, especially on the east side, because we're on 61st in West End. They're gonna put this on 59th by the bridge and show people like, yeah, this is gonna go down. So it's just crazy. This is really crazy, yo. This is really crazy. So peace out. Take care. Adios.